actually works.
Yeah. Every now and then I just dip my toes in the fire. It's like the opposite of the beach when you dip your toes in the water.
Mm-hmm. I can't believe it's this cold.
Right?
I really can't believe we're alive.
If we would have had that mead, I bet you we would have frozen tonight.
Yeah, we would have died. We would have.
But now we can have it as a reward when we get back.
Yep. That's the most cold I've ever been.
You're right.
Like,
I remember, so when we went camping off the Truckee River, south of Truckee down over there, we had a night like that because we were right next to the river. And I swear, I mean, it might not have gotten that cold, but you know, we were shivering through the night the same way.
yeah.
And the next days when we went to get the extra sleeping bags,
Yeah.
blankets, to do like a double cocoon kind of thing.
Yeah.
Those things are going to work really nice in the summertime.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be great.
Because if it kept us from not freezing to death, then when it only drops down to like 40,
Fine.
fine.
You won't freeze. You won't shiver at all. The thing is, too, is it's a different kind of cold up here because we're so high up.
Yeah. Thin air.
Right here, I think it's 8,700 feet, and then the top of that mountain is over 10,000
Grief,
feet.
man.
Yeah, I mean this is basically alpine level.
Yeah.
So. But, you know, we got through it like champs. Except for, you know, being kind of scared in the cemetery at night and being too cold to actually
That was super
function.
creepy.
Yeah.
I was starting to like shiver uncontrollably up in there.
Yep. Yep. No, you know, for one, we were standing still.
Right?
Then the wind kicked up.
That wind.
It's nuts. I'm shivering right now. It's still cold enough.
Yeah. I'm toasty enough with the fleece line thermals.
Yeah. But I think once we start moving and we start even just packing shit up.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll end up warming up and
Yeah.
pack up this fire thing last. That way every now and then we can come over here and warm our hands up so we get tactile feeling in them.
Yeah.
It was quite an adventure. Because we
Still-
still got to go down to the ghost town.
We still have to go to the ghost town.
Yeah. The time thing is weird.
Yeah.
With the time just changing while we're looking at the phone like that. I want to know what the hell's going on with that.
So, on top of the cemetery, fucking half a mile away, it's an hour ahead. You come back here, it's an hour behind.
But we don't have a signal out here.
So maybe that's the problem. But why would that affect the...
So maybe, I was kind of like working through this in my head. So my map was working. Like it won't load new areas of the map, but the areas that's already loaded, it follows me on GPS.
Right.
Right? So maybe because this area right here is already loaded onto the map on my phone, even though there's not a new signal, it knows when we walk there or here, and because it can GPS us based on that map, it'll change the time. So maybe there is a time split.
Yeah, maybe. Like, oh, I see what you're saying.
Right. Because the GPS probably still works. We just don't have an internet.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And we can't use a map for anything because you need the internet to do the searching. But it'll still track you via GPS because, I mean, the satellites are still up there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just you can't load the new areas of the map.
Yeah.
But if you have the map area already loaded, and your phone can see that you cross over the timeline, cross over the timeline.
That's funny. Well,
That was weird though. For a second, I thought that. Now it would be different if the time had gone forward an hour randomly.
Yeah.
If we're going west and the time goes forward an hour, then we're missing an hour.
We would be, yeah.
Which would be really weird.
That would have been alien abduction.
Right.
Type.
It probably would be more than just an hour, and it probably would have been like the next day or week.
Yeah. Crazy. Now, I'll never forget this because we almost died, or you did, in your truck. Well, no, I was there at the first part where we were about to go over.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of dead things, and that kind of makes me feel weird. But it also makes me think there's something out here that's hunting.
Right.
This is its territory. There's a mountain lion or something here.
There's a big fucking cat over there somewhere because of those paw marks without the claws.
Yeah.
There's a bear somewhere around here.
Huge bear.
That put its paws on the ground when this dirt was last wet.
Yep. So you know when the ground is wet and you put pressure on it, it does spread out a little.
Yeah.
So we have to take that for a factor.
Sure.
But only by that much.
Did you see the length of the strides?
Yeah.
There's like 10 feet between.
Yeah, the thing was massive.
Like that, he must have been running. Because there's like 10 feet between each of those.
You think he was running?
So one of the paw marks would have been like right here.
Mm-hmm.
And the next one
Was way over there.
is like here.
Holy shit.
It's got to be at least 10 or 12 feet between the paw marks in the mud.
Yeah, and if he's not running, that's a huge brown bear.
Right.
It's got to be a brown bear. It's not a black bear. They're too small.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. But, I mean, if he wasn't running, that's some long strides for whatever it was.
That's creepy. But nothing bugged us in the night.
Nope.
Not that I heard. I didn't hear anything come up, but there was so much wind, too, throughout the night that it was hard to tell what was what.
I would doze off and then realize I was freezing to death, and I'd wake back up again.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there was very little sleep last night. Very little.
Hole inside of the tent,
Yeah.
covered in a sheet of ice.
Yep. I had little bits of dreams, but I was never fully asleep because I could feel like a 20-degree or less chill blowing into my sleeping bag on my face. But to wake up to see ice on the inside of the tank, dude, that's nuts.
It took me forever to figure out how to zip up the face part of that bag.
Yeah.
There's the two strings is what you got to pull on, right?
Go to close them?
You pull on the strings, not on the tab.
Mm-hmm.
The tab is connected to the hole.
Mm-hmm.
The strings just go through the tab.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to pull on the individual strings, and it cinches it up so that it's like this big. So at one point, I just had my nose sticking out of the hole in the sleeping bag, breathing through my nose.
Yeah.
Because when I would breathe out of my mouth, the moisture from my breath would condense on the hole of the bag.
Yeah.
And it was dripping back onto my face.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. That's
So I had to stick my nose through that hole and breathe through my nose.
Oh, dude.
I was like, why is it so wet? Oh, that's my breath.
You know, is weird or is like kind of messed up as last night was. I feel like all the
It's worth it for the experience.
It really was, man, because half the shit that happened I was not expecting at all.
Right.
I wasn't expecting fucking dead horses,
Well, so the first dead horse we saw,
the bones,
all
on
the
the
just
side.
the scattered bones.
Mm-hmm.
Those things were scattered over at least like 20 square yards.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, like 20 by so 4, like I'd say a 20 yard by 20 yards. So like, what is that? 400 square yards, right? Like that's a big area for those bones to be scattered over.
Yep.
Something was like
Ripping it apart, dragging
like
it.
carrying them around,
Yep.
doing whatever with them.
Yep.
And then the second one, a whole horse.
And not a domesticated horse, a wild
Right.
horse.
No horseshoes on it.
Mm-mm.
Never would I have thought while we're out here hiking around we just stumble upon a horse skeleton like that. It kind of tripped me out seeing that first leg bone. I was like, oh man.
Yeah. I thought it was a stick.
Yeah. I was like, oh, look at this. I was like, this is like a big bone. I was like, there's fur and a hoof attached to this thing.
Yeah.
Oh my God, there's the rest of the horse.
But okay, look at it. Here's the thing. It's almost like we've been guided to find this stuff.
Right.
Because why we went off the trail, hiked down all that bramble.
Right.
And,
Through the bramble.
And then I see that opening. I'm like, what's that? Oh, there's a bucket. Right? A big tin bucket. Only to have it show we turn the corner, and it was a kind of a jaw-dropping moment.
Yeah.
Right? You're like, there's a giant, full fucking bodied horse.
And you know what?
Oh, it's
That
weird.
could have been a pond, because it was like it looks like it was like some sort of pond kind of thing, right? Maybe the horse was like trying to go through it,
Got stuck. Yeah.
right? Like Artax,
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
right?
Artax! That was the saddest thing ever.
I cried.
Yeah, I did
Yeah.
too. I still would.
I was a real little boy and I bawled my head off.
Yeah. I still would cry.
Yeah, I still get kind of weepy.
Yeah.
You know? How can you not?
Sad. So, but the thing is here we are. We're gonna visit this ghost town, and we're still on an adventure, and we still might stumble across some heavy crap.
Yeah.
Because that seems to be the scenario of our journey.
Right.
But why so much death in this area?
Harsh environment out
I
here.
guess, yeah.
I mean, shit, the town burned down twice.
It did. And now,
Or at least there was 2 fires. I think it finally burned down the last time.
Yeah.
But 2 big old fires.
Could have swore I saw something moving up there, something big.
Just now?
Yeah. I think I'm just tripping, but
I hope you are, because I hope it's not that bear.
no, I mean, that's what I thought was bear, but it's not moving now. You know what I think it was? The heat and gas was rippling off of the fire pit, and it
Yeah.
tricked me. Or it's a bear. Kind of want to find that horse skeleton again. Take another photo.
Yeah, an actual photo of it instead of, because I only have a video.
Yeah.
That's where we were walking along. I was like, hold up, stop. I think I just saw something over here.
Yeah.
Because I thought I saw something move.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Nothing was over there.
Yeah.
And then we went over there and saw the little suppression in the ground that
Yeah.
looked like the pond.
Yeah. See, that's where I start thinking like something's trying to invite us over.
Right.
You know?
I saw something.
Yeah. Which made us go
I thought it was
investigate.
small and about yay big, like off the ground, and it
Mhm.
was dark in color. But then there was nothing there, nothing moved.
It's been a trippy adventure, without a doubt. Without a doubt. And I forgot. Did we mention the antelope freaking leg
Right.
just sitting there?
Yeah.
Like,
Without the rest of the antelope anywhere nearby, no more bones anywhere.
no. And it
Although we
still
didn't
had
explore
fur on
yet.
it. No, we didn't explore. And it's
It
right
did
up-
have fur on the bottom, still didn't it?
It did. It had fur
Yeah.
all over it. It was pretty fresh.
Shit, my fucking boots are burning.
Oh crap! Yeah, this is a trip. Oh God! Beep.